Welcome to Fan TV The Show. My name is Emma.
And I'm Amber, and in this week's episode, we will be looking at the latest news around the league, a look forward to our next home game against the Swindon Wildcats, and also an exclusive interview with our very own number 23, Brad Bowering, and number 71, Corey McEwen. Here's Emma with the news.
After another good week for the Phantoms having won both their games last weekend, in almost carbon copy fashion, Friday saw the Phantoms win 6-5 after a penalty shootout, win in Sheffield, with Brad Bowering getting the equalising goal with less than 90 seconds remaining. After a 5-minute overtime and no score, Phantoms took the win after a penalty shootout.
Saturday saw the Phantoms at home to the Tigers. The side from Shropshire led most of the match with the Phantoms trailing going into the third period. Once again, Brad Bowering tied the score with less than 90 seconds remaining. Overtime again produced no score, taking the game to a penalty shootout. This time, Luke Ferrara and Yanni Lackinen scored their penalty shots, with Lavi stopping 2 of 3 to secure the win.
Now for the discipline. Another quiet week for Docs, with nothing being referred this week. However, the game review panel had not such a quiet week.
Saturday saw Lightning's Harry Gulliver and Sharks' Carl Carruth both given a point for fighting, and Romford Raiders' Marco Pascal received a point for boarding. On a more serious note, MK Lightning netminder received 5 points for his 5-minute major and game misconduct after blocker punching a Sharks player. Sunday was a more gentle affair, with only Sharks' Jake Bolton and Raiders' Ewan Hill earning a point each for fighting, and Elliot Dewey receiving 2 points for a misconduct call. All players are free to play this coming weekend.
This week, Amber caught up with Brad Bowering and Corey McEwen ahead of this weekend's game.
Here's what they had to say. It's your 7th season back with us. How are you feeling about this year in particular?
Yeah, very good. It's always a pleasure to be back. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I think those last 3 games also helps as well. Build a lot of confidence. I think it's interesting. It's my first season, obviously, without Slava, and for a lot of the guys, I mean, Slava was here a long time. But yeah, it's just exciting. It's kind of the same group, a couple of new faces, and it's just about seeing what we can do.
What are your expectations for the season ahead?
I think probably the same as most teams. You're always going for silver, aren't you? I think you don't really want to put a number on like where you'll finish. I think you just take every weekend at a time. You see how many 2 points you can get and see where you end up. But it's definitely about trying to, first it's the cup, and then it's obviously ultimately about getting to Coventry and winning it. Which
of the 3 jerseys are your favourite this year?
Which of the 3? Probably the blue one. I always like the darker jerseys, so yeah.
How does it feel scoring in those final moments, both against Sheffield and Telford, sending us through to overtime?
Yeah, it's definitely an unreal feeling. I mean, it's not something I do very often, and it's to do it back-to-back nights, it's a real buzz, and obviously then to win both games as well, and Lavi came up big and the boys dug in, so yeah, it's a great feeling.
And finally, how are you preparing for your games this weekend against MK and Swindon?
I'm sure a bit of that will be done tonight. I'm sure Ash has a few things to go over, maybe a few videos, just certain things. But it's the same as every other game, really. I think every game's a tough game. I think last weekend was tough, and obviously we know it's Swindon MK, 2 very good teams. Swindon are unbeaten, so it's going to be a grind. But it's just the same. Prepare well, sleep well, eat well, and give it my best.
Well, good luck for the weekend. Thank you for joining us. How does it feel coming back as a Phantom after 2 seasons with MK Lightning?
I'm really happy to be back, and that's all I can say really. Like, I live here, so it's local, and yeah, I did miss Peterborough and the team when I was gone, but yeah, very happy to be back again.
How are you settling within the team and playing with familiar faces?
It's pretty easy, I guess. Like, just kind of slipped right in and kind of got back to how I was before, and yeah, really, really easy.
In Sheffield, you scored 2 goals, 1 short-handed and 1 on the power play, and you also assisted with Brad's goal, which took us to overtime. How did that feel?
Yeah, really good. Like, that's my first goal of the season, and then it's nice to get 2, and yeah, I just want to continue doing that for the club, and yeah, hopefully I can do that.
What's your favourite shirt this season? The navy, the white or the red?
I think I like... The white is really cool, but I see some comments about the numbers, but I actually do like the white.
And finally, this weekend you play your former team for the first time in the league. How does that feel for you?
Just kind of like a normal game, really. I've always enjoyed playing in MK, so I think, yeah, I'm just going to go out there and enjoy it and probably see some familiar faces over there. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Great. Tonight, we see the Phantoms face the league-leading Swindon Wildcats. Rennie Marr has a very credible 92.92 save percentage. Coming into this weekend, Hayden Levine was 4th in the league with a 92.45 save percentage. I think it is safe to say that both teams face challenging opponents across the weekend.
If you can't join us here at the barn, you can join us at www.gophantoms.co.uk/live-stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So last week we asked you, what is the question?
Definitely Grets.
Grets, for sure.
Grets.
Grets.
Probably Grets.
Probably Grets, to be honest.
Grets.
Grets.
Probably have to go Grets.
Grets.
The question was, who is the team joker?
But let's hear from the man himself.
There's a couple. There's a lot of funny humans on the team. Jasper is pretty funny. Connor Glossop is also really funny. But then there's some other people who are like just funny to watch.
Well, that's all from us here. Thank you so much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you all at the game. Good night.
Good night.